Hello again and welcome to another video. Investment has so many benefits to an economy that any rise in investment is often referred to as a silver bullet. But why? Today we take a look at all the ways investment can affect an economy and how countries can boost investment in their economies. If you're new to the channel, my name is Ollie, this is Economics Unlocked, and we try to answer your questions about economics. If you enjoy the video, then consider hitting that like button to let YouTube know how you feel. And why not subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. But right now, let's get started. Firstly, what do we mean by investment? Well, investment is defined as spending on capital goods. And capital goods are products which can be used to produce other products. So this includes things like new factories or machinery, as well as new software or computers. And this type of spending by businesses affects a lot of things in an economy. But we will break them down into things which affect demand in the economy and things which affect supply in the economy. The first impacts of increased investment in a country are on demand, because the initial investment itself is a form of demand. If firms decide to buy new machinery, then they will be adding to the general or aggregate level of demand in the country. If there's more demand across the country, then it's likely the economy's output will increase, and this adds to GDP. It is also likely that the increase in demand leads to firms putting up their prices, and this can cause inflation. But there is potential for a greater effect, because firms fund investment either with profits which they have saved up or by borrowing money. When they shell out on a new machine, they are injecting money into the economy, and this can cause something called the multiplier effect. Because when businesses spend money on new machines, they give that money to the company which makes the machines. And this second company will spend the money on materials and paying their employees. And then the employees can spend this money and give it to other people and other businesses. And so the effects of the initial investment are multiplied throughout the economy. Now, the extent of the multiplier effect is dependent on many things, like how much of the money people will save or how much people will pay in taxes. But nonetheless, it is an important benefit that adds an extra boost to the aggregate demand in an economy, and so adds another boost to GDP and inflation. Now let's put those demand-related effects to one side, because investment also affects the supply side of an economy, and it does this in two ways. To begin with, because when firms invest in new capital goods, they will be able to produce at a higher level of output. The general level of supply in an economy will go up. And when lots of businesses do this, it can provide a further increase in output and so increase GDP. But additionally, if there is an increase in the supply of products in the economy, prices will likely go down, and this may negate any inflation effects from the demand side. The other way in which investment can boost supply is in the long run. When firms invest, they can boost the total capacity of a country, so it has more capacity for producing goods and services. But while this may have no immediate effects on an economy, it will give an economy more room for production in the future, and is helpful for an economy in the long run. So, to sum it all up, investment will boost a country's GDP, and chances are the inflation effects would be negated by the increase in the country's supply. And the fact that it affects so many aspects of the economy is why you could say it's a silver bullet. So, given that it sounds so good, how can you get more of it in an economy? Well, there are a couple of things which investment is dependent on. Firstly, since a lot of investment is financed by borrowing, one way to boost investment is to make borrowing cheaper. To do this, the central bank can lower their interest rates, and this makes it cheaper for firms to borrow money and so increase levels of investment. Although, not all investment is financed by borrowing. Some is financed with the profits firms make on their products. So increasing the amount of profit that firms can keep by reducing corporate taxes may lead to an increase in investment. But finance isn't all of it. Businesses need the confidence that if they do invest money in capital goods, that it'll be worthwhile. That is why often when there's a boost in demand for other unrelated reasons, businesses will often invest to capitalise on the new demand. For example, as countries come out of lockdown, many businesses are happy to spend money to improve and increase production of their goods and services, because they are confident the rising demand will make it worth their while. This type of behaviour can cause something called the accelerator effect. If a country's economy is growing and demand is growing too, there often occurs a proportional rise in investment as firms race to capitalise on the growing economy. This pattern can help turn moderate growth into outstanding growth. It's worth noting that not all investment is created equal though. Since capital goods like machines and computers degrade over time and need replacing, if a firm needed a new machine anyway, then replacing it is simply a cost of producing their products, and is not a new investment, but a day-to-day cost. And so it is important to understand the concept of net investment, meaning investment that goes above and beyond simply replacing degraded capital. Right now, investment will play a major role in the growth of economies across the world as countries emerge from this current crisis. Well, that's it for this video. Let us know what you think in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, then give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more videos. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.